easy it is to make this side edge card. Let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to go to New Project in my Cricut design space. First thing I want to do is create the base of my card. Go to Shapes and click on Square. Perfect. Now the next thing that I want to do is undo this padlock so I can adjust the height and width of my card. Now, I know that I'm going to be using some 12 by 12 paper pad for the base of my card, and my overall card is going to be 10 by 7 inches. Well, when I fold that 10 and 7 inches card in half, that gives me 5 by 7 inches. So my width is going to be 5 and my height is going to be 7. I'm going to press that padlock and lock it. Now you don't have to make your card 5 by 7. You could do 4 by 6, 3 by 5, whatever size that you decide. But just a little heads up, I think from my understanding is if you are going to make a smaller card, just make sure that you add 2 inches to whatever the width is going to be. So if you're going to make a card that's going to be 3 inches wide, the height should be about 5 inches. Or if you're going to do 4 inches wide, your height should be 6 inches. Now, if that makes any sense, okay? Not sure, but that's what always helped me out. Now, 5 by 7 card is pretty standard. Okay, so now I'm going to go to Images and I'm going to type in my puppy. And I'm going to select a puppy with multiple layers. Click on Multi. And here we go. Insert images. Now the next step you want to do is create a offset for your puppy. So what I'm going to do is select my puppy and then click on the offset. And I think this is pretty good for me. All right. The next step you want to do is take your image and you want to group everything together. So I'm just going to click on the puppy, hit the shift key, and click on the puppy offset and group it. So that way I can move my puppy as much or however I want without the images moving, okay, or separating from one another. All right, so the next thing we want to do is resize our image. Now you can choose whatever image you want. I'm just doing a puppy, but as you can see, it's not going to fit exactly how I want. That's fine. All I have to do is click on this padlock and just readjust the silhouette of the puppy, okay? That's why it was important for me to group everything together, okay? And so I'm just gonna change it and kind of see what I can do. All right. So just know that if you do get an image, you might have to make some adjustments, but it still looks pretty normal. It looks how it should. So that's fine. So the main thing that we want to remember is that we want our silhouette to touch the top edge of the card and the front edge of our card. And I just like to be on the safe side and have the bottom edge of our card touching. Now you can adjust the size if you want to take up more space. It's really up to you, but for me this looks fine. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is slice. Knowing that I can only slice 2 layers, I'm going to hide my puppy, but I'm going to leave the offset, okay? So my first layer is going to be the base of my card. My second layer is the offset. Select all and slice. Now let's hide the black layer because we're going to use that in a minute. We're going to keep this together. So the next thing I want to do is go ahead and select my card or the base of my card and click contour. So we have 3 different places that we can take away. So I want to get rid of this edge and I want to get rid of this edge. We're going to exit out of that. And so now we have our puppy silhouette edge card. You're going to select all and weld. Perfect. Now let's go back to our slice result. I'm going to bring this to the back. All right. So now we have our puppy. Let's go ahead and get the rest going and send this to the front. And now we have the front of our card. Pretty easy, right? Great. So let's hide this for now. We don't need it. So now we need to make the back of our card, which is really simple. You're going to take the front of your card, click on it, click duplicate, right? And once you have the back of your card, click on flip and flip horizontal. Perfect. Let's try to bring this as close as we can without overlapping. That looks pretty good. We're going to select all, align top, just so we can make sure they're at the same height. So with everything still selected, I'm going to click on weld. Perfect. Now my card is welded together. So now we have to be able to know where the middle is going to be. We're going to insert a score line. So go to shapes, click on score line, and bring that to the center. Uh-oh, I lost it. Here we go. Oh, here it goes. Okay, so we know that our card length is 7 inches. So I'm just going to click on the keypad and type in 7. Now you can drag it if you want, but I'm just being lazy. All right, so now we're going to select all, align, and center. This is going to put our score line directly in the center of our card. With everything still selected, I'm going to click on attach. So this just lets the Cricut knows that it's going to make a line directly or a fold directly in the middle. All right, now we're going to see what our card looks like center back. So I'm going to take this. I'm also going to take this. So this part needs to go first, right? This is our slice result. That goes first. And then you put this on top. And pretty much that's it. So you go ahead and cut out your card. And that's pretty much it. Pretty simple, right? Thank you for tuning in.